What up, YouTube? So, here at Colorado Springs, beautiful, right? Share little resources. So, I'm at a gas station, been parked here for one night. There's that, I know it's a lot of snow. There's that pilot across the street. They charge $10 a night. For civilian parking, or if you're living in your van. The other gas station over there, see that one's a newer one. That gas station only been there for maybe about a year and a half. It wasn't there before. Yeah, but they're real strict on I'm about to shovel some snow here for my don't have to buy no ice. That's the good thing about that. They're real strict on being able to have a nice, comfortable place to park and call home without the police bothering you. Like I said, the hardest part about surviving in the United States and living in a vehicle is they don't like you. They don't care how nice you are, none of that. Like I said before, the United States hate the homeless, which is funny because the majority of people, I think it's funny, majority of people work paycheck to paycheck, only to end up being homeless themselves. So it's a little funny. But that's how it is, man. And I don't want to be like that. I'm not like that. Never ever. I don't ever want to be that selfish and that cruel, It's not going to get me anywhere. And so tomorrow we're going to try to get some sprints in. Because, hey, even when you're going through stuff, doesn't matter. You always want to try to keep your fitness intact, keep you disciplined, keep your mind sharp. And you're not lying to yourself. So let's go in here. I just want to find out a little more info. So let's go ahead. Let's do that. Ooh, how you doing, man? I have a question. How much you guys charge? Not for the truck parking, but how much you charge, like, for parking? Like you say, like you stay in your van.
We don't charge anything for to stay in the van.
Like the cops don't bother you? Like the cops don't? Okay.
I mean, as long as it's not like a week or anything.
Oh, no.
I mean,
I've been there for one night. I'm thinking probably till tomorrow. And then I go across. I know the gas station across the streets charge like $10 a night.
I'm not probably what we would charge, but we're not charging for 24 hours.
You guys should, man. You guys should at least like $7. Because I like this location. You guys are real nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, probably start that in the spring because that's when.
Really?
I mean, what how people start.
Right.
The homeless and vehicles.
Dude, it's rough, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's rough. Mm-hmm. Do some of the guys work here and live? Like, I've seen some in the back. Do they work here and live back there?
One does.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Everything's expensive, man.
Uh-huh.
I appreciate you, brother.
Okay.
Thank you. How much for your shower?
$7.
$7. Okay, cool. Thank you. See, sometimes that's all it takes. Some people do. I'm gonna tell you the people who have a heart. The people who have a heart are the people who are already homeless. So they work in these gas stations. So you heard him. He said one guy, he works here, right? He works here, and he lives in the back there. And hey, man, that's an opportunity. You know, I might have to see if they're hiring here, and you know, because he gives you some free parking. Like I said, the biggest challenge is getting parking. That's the biggest challenge with living in your vehicle, not by choice. It's funny how a lot of Americans really believe that all of the homeless are just on drugs. They're just lazy bunch of bums, don't want any help. And what that is just all cope. Because you have some Americans who are very helpful, the majority are not. And they still want to be able to sleep, you know, and not feel guilty or feel anything. That was the whole thing with like Palestine, right? They make up 100,000 excuses for a bunch of innocent people being killed. But that's a different conversation. But it's all connected. It definitely is all connected. So I do like hearing that, you know, talking to the gentleman in there. Let's see, I'm like walking through this snow. Got a lot of snow last night. And you can see there's a white van. There's another white van. There's that beat up car there. So when I was here doing COVID, it was packed. This place was packed. And they changed all that. People were respectful though. They didn't leave any trash or anything like that. They were respectful, but you know, these people, the majority of us in America, we don't care. We don't care until we're homeless, until something happens. So, which will. This country is about to fall. The dollar's literally crashing. 68 more banks will be defaulting. Things are about to get really, really real for people. And like I always say, you always want to be helpful, kind, and stop believing that just because you only have one piece of bread that you shouldn't share that slice of bread, because that might just be the thing that gets you to what you really need. It's by sharing just that last slice of bread that you have. Okay? This is the Islamic and Christian and Jewish way, Abrahamic way. In America, it's not. It's not in America, okay? In America, you just do your own thing and you'll get to heaven. But we all know that for the ones who are real, we all know that that's not so. That is not so at all. Kind, helpful to people is what you want to do. You know, that's going to get you through. It's really going to get you through. My channel is not about feel good talk. I'm not here to do that. That's the problem with America. Everything's about feel good, feel good, feel good. And now a lot of Americans are going to taste the wrath of that always feeling good, because it wasn't given by God. It was a lot of selfishness and me. And as long as my credit is good and I pay Uncle Sam's taxes and my neighbors next door are fine, then I can get to heaven. No. I don't know where that comes from. But that's separate from the God of Abraham. Totally, that's somebody else's own rules, own way of life they came up with, all on their lonesome, all by themselves. And so my message is always going to be helpful to people. Tomorrow, usually, see what that sign is. It says gas $2.74. It's a good price here in Colorado. There's usually someone standing there that be, asking, need some money, little. I'm looking forward to it. Sun will be out tomorrow. Hopefully I'll see them there. This is not a bragging thing, but Americans need examples, because for them it's like a crime to just be able to help and show love to somebody else. Even if you're driving a Mercedes, even if it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to be helpful. It really, really is, to have a heart, at least a conversation, you know? But the majority of America has to fall. It has to fall in order for people to really humble themselves, and they won't. A lot of them will cut each other up to pieces. So, because they haven't been practicing forgiveness and being kind to each other. They only practice that when there's some type of evil agenda behind it. Accepting everything that is not according to God's laws. They call that love, or they call that kindness. No, that is just you accepting sins and things that the good Lord told you to stay away from, because he doesn't like. So America is backwards. It is definitely backwards. And they want to get rid of all the Mexicans, but who do you think God sent to help me get out of the predicament I was in? I've been in a lot of them. It was some Mexicans. But at the same time, I myself have to be doing good towards others, helping those who have less than I. I have to create that. So God sees me and say, hey, you're helping people, I'm going to help you. Especially when you really, really need it. So, yeah, that's my message to you people. This economy is crashing. And for a lot of people, it's just going to come out of nowhere, because they've always been hard-headed. And if it doesn't make them feel good, they're not going to hear it. So, until next time, let's enjoy the snow.